Risteski and Alekseenko navigate the complexities of the Italian game classical variation Giaioco pianissimo Albin variation in this Grand Prix Pluscity Open Austrian Team Rapid Championship Round 9 Showdown. On e4. On e5. Knight f3. Threatening knight takes e5. Knight c6. Bishop c4. Bishop c5. On c3. Knight f6. Threatening knight takes e4. On d3. On d6 leads us into Italian game classical variation Giaioco pianissimo Albin variation. On b4. Threatening pawn takes c5. Bishop b6 played by Alekseenko. On a4. Risteski is aiming to play. On a5. On d5. On takes d5 and secure a stronghold in the game. On a5 played by Alekseenko. Alekseenko wants to play. On takes b4. On takes b4. Knight takes b4 and seizes the initiative. On b5 played by Risteski. Threatening pawn takes c6. Knight e7 played by Alekseenko. King castled kingside. King castled kingside. Knight bd2. Knight g6. On d4. On h6. Rook e1. Rook e8. Queen b3. Threatening bishop takes f7 check. Bishop e6 played by Alekseenko. Alekseenko is looking to play. Bishop takes c4. Knight takes c4. On takes d4. On takes d4. Rook takes e4. Bishop e3. Queen d7 and gain a significant edge. Bishop takes e6 played by Risteski. Rook takes e6. On h3. On takes d4. On takes d4. Queen e8. Queen c2. On d5 it is novelty move. Threatening pawn takes e4. On e5 played by Risteski. Knight d7. Bishop a3. Rook c8. Knight b3. Risteski is aiming to play. Rook ac1. On f6. On takes f6 and secure a stronghold in the game. On c6 played by Alekseenko. Threatening pawn takes b5. Queen d3 played by Risteski. Queen d8. Rook ac1. Knight h4. Knight takes h4. Queen takes h4. Bishop c5. Risteski might go for. Bishop takes b6. Knight takes b6. Knight takes a5. On takes b5. Rook takes c8 check. Knight takes c8. On takes b5 and take decisive advantage. Bishop c7 played by Alekseenko. On takes c6. On takes c6. Rook f1. Rook g6. On f4. Rook b8. Rook f3. Time to think, find the best continuation for Alekseenko. Knight takes c5 is the correct move because on takes c5. Rook b4. Knight d4. Rook b2. Knight e2. Rook b4 position is equal. Let's explore the main variation. Rook f3. Risteski is aiming to play bishop a3, king h8, king h1 and establish a winning position. Rook e6 slightly worse move played by Alekseenko. Rook cf1. Rook e8. Rook g3. Bishop d8. Rook g4. Threatening rook takes h4. Queen h5 played by Alekseenko. Bishop d6. Threatening bishop takes b8. Rook b7 played by Alekseenko. On f5 think carefully what is the best move for Alekseenko. Bishop g5 is the correct move because Rook f3, Rook b6, King h2. On c5. Bishop takes c5. Knight takes c5. Still Alekseenko is losing. Let's proceed to the main line. On f5. Risteski considers playing Queen c2, Rook b6, Knight c1 and secure a stronghold in the game. Bishop c7 slightly worse move played by Alekseenko. Bishop takes c7. Rook takes c7. Queen g3. King h8. On e6. Knight f6. Queen takes c7. Knight takes g4. Pawn takes g4. Pause the video and find the best move for Alekseenko. Queen g5 is best move here because pawn takes f7. Rook f8. Queen f4. Rook takes f7. Queen takes g5. Pawn takes g5. Still Alekseenko is losing. Let's analyze the main variation. Pawn takes g4. Queen takes g4. Slightly worse move played by Alekseenko. Queen takes f7. Rook g8. Queen g6. Threatening queen takes g4. Queen e4 played by Alekseenko. Rook f3. Queen e1 check. King h2. Queen h4 check. Rook h3. Queen f4 check. Queen g3. Threatening queen takes f4. Queen takes f5 played by Alekseenko. Queen e5. Risteski is aiming to play Rook takes h6 check. Queen h7. Rook takes h7 check. King takes h7. Queen h5 mate and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen g6 played by Alekseenko. Knight c5. Rook e8. Rook g3. Stop here and find the strongest move for Alekseenko. Queen f6 is best move here because Queen takes f6. Pawn takes f6. King h3. Pawn f5. Rook f3. King g7. Still Alekseenko is losing. Let's explore the main variation. Rook g3. Risteski's idea is to play Rook takes g6. Rook e7. Rook takes h6 check. King g8. Queen b8 check. Rook e8. Queen takes e8 mate and gain a significant edge. Queen h7 slightly worse move played by Alekseenko. On e7. Risteski wants to play knight b7. Rook takes e7. Queen takes e7 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen g8 played by Alekseenko. Rook f3. Pause the video and find the best move for Alekseenko. Rook d8 is the correct move because pawn promotes to bishop at ex d8. Queen takes d8. Queen takes g7 check. King takes g7. Knight e6 check. King g6. Still Alekseenko is losing. Let's proceed to the main variation. Rook f3. King h7. Time to think. Find the best continuation for Risteski. Knight d7 is the correct move because on c5. Pawn takes c5. King h8. Rook f8. Pawn d4. Queen d5. Risteski have small advantage. Let's analyze the main game. Risteski might go for knight d7. Rook a8. Rook f8. Rook e8. Rook takes g8 check. King takes g8. Queen e6 check. King h8. Knight e5 and dominate the board. King h7 loses position played by Alekseenko. Queen f5 check is a blunder played by Risteski. King h8. Queen f8. Risteski is preparing to play knight e6. Pawn c5. Queen takes e8. Queen takes e8. Rook f8 check. King h7. Rook takes e8 and seize the initiative. King h7 played by Alekseenko. Queen f5 check. King h8. Queen f8. Risteski is planning to play knight e6. Pawn c5. Queen takes e8. Queen takes e8. Rook f8 check. King h7. Rook takes e8 and increase their advantage significantly. King h7 played by Alekseenko. Knight d7. Risteski secured the win in style.